Hi, good night, Facebook. Hope everybody's doing good. Um, I want to touch base on briefly on some stuff, some recapping of some of the videos that I would have done before, and I want to share this with you guys. Um, so I have someone that I know I have met for a couple months now, and as you know, my videos that I share are for inspiration, there are for empowerment, there are for upliftment, there are for women who need to hear things that they probably know, but still sometimes when they're hearing it from another voice, maybe a stranger, maybe me, a survivor, they you kind of like listen, it kind of like you kind of get a better understanding of something. Tonight I want to, and yes, it is nighttime, I wanted to talk about this because I am feeling it in my spirit that it is something that I definitely need to touch base on. I need to share tonight with someone out there. I have a friend, as I was saying earlier, that she's going through some really, really, really deep issues, and this has to do with a partner that she has been involved with, mainly her daughter's father. And she's going through a really rough time with this person, and it is a very abusive relationship. It has been abusive in every forum, which is physical, emotional, mental. It has really escalated to every cycle of abuse, and it's leaving her very depleted. She's very, as she was messaging me, she's tired, she's hurt, she's crying, and this is a young woman who is just trying to survive. She's just trying to live a normal life. She has found herself in an abusive relationship, but she just needs out of it because it is an abusive relationship and it's toxic. And my fear for her is that it is only going to do one or two things, and that is basically take her life. I know she listens to my videos, and that's why I am doing it this way, because sometimes when we sit face to face, or sometimes when you're on a telephone, you do not deliver as you would want to, because you have the person back and forth with you and they're talking, so you can't really like give a total delivery of what you want to say. So this is why I got up, and this is why I'm doing it now at this time. Ladies, I want to say to you that abuse is not something that, it's not a quick fix. It is not a 1 2 3. It is not something that you heal from within 2 to 3 days. It is something that is actually, sometimes it can take a lifetime. Sometimes it can take 10 years. It can take a while, but it really depends on you, the individual, and your willpower to survive. For this young lady, I want to say to you, I've heard all that you've said to me tonight, and I want to say to you, this is no longer about a situation. This is about your survival. This is about your life. Now, I would have mentioned in other videos, and I would have mentioned to this young lady tonight, that the thing about abuse is, once you have made a solemn decision to leave the abuser, you have to leave, and you can't look back. You cannot give second chances. Why you cannot give second chances is simply because of this. You see, the abuser's mind and mentality is messed up. Their mind is wired differently from a healthy thinking person. Their mind is not going to be logic. They're not going to think logically. They're going to basically be thinking all over the place, because remember, they're usually people with very low self-esteem. They're usually people who will prey on weak people. And please do not misinterpret when I say weak people that I mean someone that is, so, timid. And it's not necessarily that. They prey on people who are empaths, who are very forgiving. They prey on people who are kind and loving, who are, enduring in their suffering with you in a relationship. You meaning the abuser. So yes, they do not just go for the strongest woman that they see. Well, like for instance, take me now, and a man is not going to come after me and abuse me now, because I am in a place where I can sift it out from afar off, and I'm very strong. I'm a different person now, so they wouldn't come around me with that. But if a person sees that you are very empathetic, you empathize to everything that they do, and you give them chances, that is what attracts an abuser. I am saying this to say that if you have cut ties with an abuser, okay, because something has escalated, you cannot go back. You cannot give them any inclination that you are thinking about giving them a chance. You cannot even try to have what you might think a civil relationship with them or conversation with them. These people are not, their minds, they're not thinking along that line. All they are thinking is that we broke up. Oh, she's entertaining me now by listening to me, by taking a ride, by accepting money from me, which means there's a possibility that we can go back together. Now, that is how these people think. Even though you might just pass and you might say hi or you're okay, to the abuser and the toxic person, that message that is being sent to them is that, oh, she's looking to give me a chance. I got a chance here. We ain't finished. So that is why it's so important for you not to go back with them at all. You have to end the relationship cold turkey. You cannot go back whatsoever. Don't matter what. Yes, Lisa, it is easier said than done. But what I am saying to you, and I want you to listen, I want you guys out there to listen to what I'm saying, because I'm not just saying it as a woman, but I am saying it as a survivor. I survived it, and I am able now to be in this position to do these videos to tell you that, first of all, I know exactly what you're going through. Second, I will not judge you. Third, I am here to put you in a path that you would have a better understanding of what you are actually doing. So I am seeing it from both sides because I have been there. So that's why I want to do that's why I'm doing these videos, because I want you to understand that I'm not just a random person speaking. I am a survivor, and I have been through the worst form of abuse on every level. So when I am speaking to you, my dear friend, I want you to understand that this is not a hoax that I'm doing. This is not for popularity. This is not a joke for me. This is actually very dear to my heart, because I do understand what you are going through, and I want you to know that there's nobody that can do this but you. The abuser will continue to tail you, meaning they will continue to follow you, and they will continue to taunt you. They will stalk you. They will try every fearful tactic, because they want you back into their grasp. Okay, they want you to be so weak that you give up and say, okay, I going back. I can go back, man, because he ain't gonna leave me. That's exactly where he wants you. That is why he's gonna threaten you. That is why he is going to, stalk you. That he's gonna do all these things, because he's trying to weaken you, that you would get so fed up and frustrated that you would want to go back, because you know what? You want a peace of mind. But it is a tactic, and it's not going to work. What is going to happen is that if you do go back, the cycle is going to, he's going to rest maybe for 1 or 2 days, and then the cycle is going to start all over again. This time it's going to come 10 times worse. Okay, because you give him more power every time you go back, every time you entertain him, every time you take a ride from him, every time you ask a favor, you are going back in his mind. His mind is not wired like a healthy man. His mind is going to say straight, she wants me back. We ain't finished. We are still together. So you have to break that relationship. You have to break that toxic relationship cold turkey. And I mean cold turkey. I mean not looking back. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna feel very funny. The separation phase is gonna feel like a withdrawal symptom from heroin. Now, I never had cocaine or heroin, okay, but from what I have heard and I've read about these symptoms are very, 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 like, you is like you go into like you go into this, what should I say, it's like a rage. Your body is raging and it's warring with you that you must have it. So remember, this is how the withdrawal symptoms for abusive relationships, that's exactly what happens. Because remember, abuse becomes an addiction to you, the victim, because it's the only thing that you over a period of time would have understand and thought that was love. So you are going to think that a separation from this person means that, oh my, you're going to miss this and you're going to miss that. And remember, it's a deception of love. It is not even love. Remember, this is all a deception. These people are not healthy in their thinking. They're not healthy in their logic. So you have to understand that it will not stop until they have killed you and they have killed themselves. I do not want for anyone out there to ever have what we've had for this year, a double homicide. I don't want that, because that is exactly what happens. When these people realize that they cannot have you, they will try to kill you, but then they will look to kill themselves. Okay? So this is something that I am really hoping that it will not get to this stage for you, the person that is the victim. So I want you to understand that you cannot entertain an abusive person. Their minds are not wired the same as a healthy person. Their thinking and their logic is completely different, and that is what you have to understand. You're not dealing with someone that is normal, but what you have to do is you have to look after yourself. You have to seek for your survival. This is game time for you now. You have to seek to survive. You can't study about this man. You cannot study about what he's feeling. You cannot study about the accusations he's bringing towards you. You have to study about you. Okay? I'm going to do a part 2 of this video a little early, a little later tomorrow or so. But I want to really get back into this again, because I know that my calls for abusive situations, they don't stop. People are always talking to me. They're always calling because, as I said, I have made myself available, and I'm here to listen, and I'm here to talk you through stuff, but I can only do as much. I am not a psychiatrist. Let me make that disclaimer. I am not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I am just someone. I'm just a survivor. I was a victim, and I survived it, and I believe that I survived it for a reason. So I believe that my knowledge and my wisdom that I have now gained will help someone out there to have a better understanding of the phases that they will go through, and you know, the signs and stuff like that. So that's what I really dedicate my videos to. So at this time, I'm gonna end this one here, and I will do a part 2. Okay, coming very soon. Have a good night, everybody. God bless.